Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Frigidaire refrigerator ice door return spring. It's going to be a very easy repair and it's only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new ice door return spring. The ice door return spring keeps the ice door closed. The main reason to be changing it out is if it's damaged and the door is not sealing, letting warm air in and causing ice to build up. In order to get to the part, we have to take the dispenser apart. First thing we're going to do is pull off the drip tray. All you have to do is pull it out and set it aside. Once you have the tray off, we can take off the screws on the bottom. We're going to use our Phillips screwdriver to take them out. Now that you have the screws out, you can lift up on the frame. There's 3 locking tabs on the top that we have to unhook it from. Once you have it released, you can pull out a little bit, and then we can carefully reach behind and disconnect the wiring harness that's connected to the control board. To disconnect the wiring harness, you just have to carefully pull it off the board. Once you have it disconnected, you can pull the dispenser frame off and set it aside. Now we have to take this whole assembly off, so we're going to use a 3/16" nut driver and just push this water line up through the opening so we can pull the assembly off. Once you have the water line pushed through, you can use a Phillips screwdriver to remove these 3 screws. Once you have the screws out, you can carefully pull this assembly out, and we're going to carefully unhook the wiring harness on this side. To get the wiring harness off, all you have to do is press on this locking tab and pull it off the control board. Once you have the wiring harness disconnected, you can pull the assembly out of the dispenser. Now that we have the assembly out of the dispenser, we have to release this ice door. We're going to have to flex the ice arm a little bit so these tabs come out from behind this ramp. Once you have this side done, you can do the other side. And then you can let the ice door rest in the open position. There's this long pin that goes through here. We're going to use a punch to push it through. If you don't have a punch, you can use a small nail or something like that to get it started. Once you have the pin through as far as you can get it, we're going to grab it from the other side with a needle nose pliers and pull it out the rest of the way. You don't have to pull it all the way, just far enough so the door comes off and you can get the spring. Once you have everything separated, you can pull the ice door return spring off. Here's the old ice door return spring next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. To put the ice door return spring in, we're going to first line up the ice door on the pin and make sure the pin is pushed in far enough to hold it in place. And then we can put the return spring on. We're going to put it on so these legs go out this way and the little U shape is back behind the bracket right here. Once you have it in place like this, then we can push the pin in all the way. As it comes through the other side, you want to make sure that the door is lined up with the holes. And then if you have to, you can use the needle nose to help push it in the rest of the way. Just carefully get behind the pin and push it in the rest of the way. Once you have the pin seated all the way, you can lift the door up. As you're lifting the door up, you're going to have to flex the ice arm again so that the pins go on the ramps. Once you have the door in place, you want to make sure it opens and closes like it's supposed to. Once you're sure it's working properly, we can put the assembly back into the dispenser. To put it in, we have to get the water line back through the opening. So what we're going to do is just pull up gently on the water line to make sure there's no excess slack down there, and we have enough so we can fit it. And then you kind of have to feed it down in there with the dispenser at a weird angle like this, so you can reach in and put the water line through. Once you have the water line through, we're going to carefully rotate the assembly over. And before you push it all the way back in, we have to reconnect this wire harness right here. It can only go on one way. So just make sure you push it all the way on so you get a good connection. You can lift the assembly back up into place, and we can use our Phillips screwdriver to put the screws in. Now that we have the assembly remounted, we can put the frame on. To put the frame on, we're going to reconnect the wiring harness. Just have to carefully line it up and push it on. Just want to make sure it goes down all the way so you get a good connection. Once you have the wiring harness connected, you can rotate the frame over and hook the upper 3 hooks on. Once you have it in place, we can use our Phillips screwdriver to put the screws back in. Once you have all the screws in, we can put the drip tray back in. All you have to do is line it up and push it onto the frame. Once you have it locked in place, we can plug the refrigerator back in and make sure it starts to cool. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.